Today I decided to go a little bit south of the border and make some carne asada. It'd be easier for me if I went to the supermarket and just get it all pre-marinade, but you know what? I am actually going to make the marinade myself thanks to YouTube, so let's see how it goes. Stay tuned. Okay, let's go start with the marinade for the carne asada. So what we're going to start with is 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. I'm not really sure, just regular olive oil or extra virgin, but I have extra virgin olive oil on hand, so we're gonna go with 1/3 of a cup. And go ahead and pour that on there. And then the next one, we have 1/3 of a cup of balsamic vinegar. So there's 1/3 of a cup of balsamic. Add a little bit more, just in case. I don't really go by measurements, I just like eyeballing everything. So if you're one of those people that are real anal about measurements, you're gonna cringe throughout this whole entire video. Next ingredient, we are going to use a 1/4 cup of orange juice, and basically that equals to 2 oranges, and these 2 oranges came straight from my backyard, so I finally get to use them. And I finally get to use this this juicer here that I bought a couple years ago, which I never used yet, but hey, working pretty good. So there's 1 orange. Two, or actually, there's 1 orange. One and a half. And here is number 2. Little pulp doesn't hurt anybody, right? And then 1/3 of a cup of lime juice. Basically, again, 2 limes. So there's 1/2. Okay, 1 lime. And 2 limes. And we got 1/3 of a cup of, let's see. Oh, no. That's actually it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of dry ingredients in here. So what I got here in this plate is 1.5 teaspoons of chipotle powder, or you could use paprika. I chose to use chipotle. 1 teaspoon of cumin. 1 teaspoon of onion powder right here, and I grated 4 cloves of garlic here. So we're gonna put all of our dry ingredients in. And And then one more dry ingredient we're going to do is we are going to put 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. I like pouring it into my hands. Again, I just eyeball it. And the reason why I do that is because I like to squish and just release all the oils and doodads that are on that oregano leaf, just to open up its flavor. And then one more thing which I left in the refrigerator. Let me go get it. Bear with me. Okay, so I have here a half a cup of cilantro chopped. So we're going to put that in there. Okay, looking pretty good. Set that aside. And that's pretty much it. So let's go through this again. 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, 1/4 of a cup of soy, which I didn't do, so let's go ahead and do 1/4 of a cup of soy. Lucky I went through this. I would have forgot the soy sauce. So there's 1/4 of a cup of soy. Okay, so where are we at right now? And then 1/4 of a cup of orange juice, 1/3 of a cup of lime juice, 1.5 teaspoons of chipotle powder or paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 4 garlic cloves that are grated, and 1/2 cup of cilantro. So that's pretty much it with the marinade. Let's go ahead and mix this bad boy up. And I know before all the COVID stuff, I used to go to Mexico a lot, and one of the best things I think in Mexico are tacos, especially carne asada tacos. And God, it seems like it's been forever since I had a really good, authentic from Mexico carne asada taco. So this is gonna be the closest thing I can get. Although I do live in Los Angeles, and there's just, I mean, everywhere. It seems like every corner of Los Angeles there's a great taco place where you know, I can just go ahead and feed my my craving for carne asada tacos. But you know what? I decided today, hey, why don't I make my own? So again, me scouring through YouTube videos, I got this recipe. I'll link her channel below. And you know what? I guess for some reason, when you make it yourself, you know, it just tastes a little bit better. So there's our marinade right there. And I'm going to come back with the meat for it. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back, and this is the meat that I'm going to use. Hopefully you can see that. Usually with carne asada taco, you can, I think the meat that's normally used is flank or strip cut of the steak. I'm actually going to be using, I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's going to be, no you can't, but it's going to be a cut called the beef flap of the cow. So again, you can see it's very similar to flank steak or strip steak, and really good marbling. And I heard that this works really. This cut of meat works really good too with the carne asada tacos. So that's what I'm going to use. And let's get to opening this bad boy up. And we are going to start marinating that meat in there. So There's a good sized piece right there. Look at that. So we're just gonna go ahead and coat that meat. Oh yeah. Go ahead and coat that meat with this really good looking marinade. There we go. Yeah. This actually reminds me of Filipino barbecue. The ingredients are almost very similar to Filipino barbecue. I mean, just a slightly different here and there, but basically in general, the only thing different between this and Filipino barbecue is Filipinos love vinegar. So obviously there's vinegar in the Filipino marinade, and the cilantro we don't use, but we use, even though this marinade uses garlic, we use a lot of garlic. Filipinos love garlic. We just adore it. So I bet there's no vampires in the Philippines with all the garlic that Filipinos ingest. But okay, so there's all the meat, nicely marinated, and again, Southern California. Today we are at a heat wave today, and I hear it's going to last all the way till Tuesday or Monday. I'm not really sure, but I looked at the good old thermometer right before I started doing this video, and my neck of the woods, we are at 113 degrees, folks. I know some places, especially the deserts, are probably hotter than that. I heard yesterday on a news report that Palm Springs is actually, they're thinking it'll be close to 125, almost 130. So yeah, we're in the middle of a record-breaking heat wave here in SoCal. I mean, it's been hot, you know, it's been hot this whole month and all of August, but right now it's the hottest right now. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna let this marinate for about 4 hours in the fridge, and then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fire up the old grill, and we're gonna go ahead and grill this and make some carne asada tacos. Okay, so hopefully you'll stick around, all 4 of you who watches my video. So yeah, we'll be back in 4 hours. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, it's nighttime, or close to nighttime. I already prepped the grill, and we have a really good fire going. So now it's time to cook these carne asada. So I know I said 4 hours. I don't think it was 4 hours. I'm thinking more 2.5, because I didn't in 4 hours. It just it would just be too late to barbecue. Well, it's never too late to barbecue, but for me it'd be too late to film. But yeah, it looks like I left this out. I didn't refrigerate it, so the marinade could easily penetrate the meat. So let's get to cooking. Again, the fire is looking really good. Real proud of myself. I can actually start a fire. Cool. Okay, let's get this meat on the fire. I can't wait to taste this. So here we go. Right now, what I usually do is I just usually let it sit there 6 minutes to 6 minutes per side. I always do 6 minutes. It's always worked for me, even with chicken. So yeah, 6 more minutes and we'll flip those babies over. All right. Okay, it's been 6 minutes. Let's flip these suckers over and see what we got. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice little caramelization there. Alright. So 6 more minutes and these should be done. Well, it looks like these things are done. So I am going to I'm gonna take them off the fire and let's see how we did. Okay, everything's done. It looks like it went well. The meat looks very good. Very juicy, and I put some tortillas on the grill, and I just brushed some more of that marinade on the tortilla just to give the tortilla some flavor. So let's see how this piece of meat turned out. Feels tender, and let's see here. Hard to do it with one hand, but I'll try. Yeah, really came out really juicy. As you can see there, I did let it rest for somewhere around 5 minutes. And let me put this camera down and cut into it and see how it looks. 1 second. So the meat turned out perfect. A little bit of pink in the middle, just like I like it. Again, when I was cutting into it, a lot of juices came out, as you can see on the plate. I also cut against the grain. Just like all the videos told me, cutting against the grain. If you didn't know, you just get a more tender bite to it. If you cut it with the grain, I heard that the meat will take, you know, as far as the texture, it will be tough and kind of stringy. So yeah, everything turned out great. Thank God for YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be a cook. I'd be still eating, well, if it was tacos, I'd be going somewhere and spending a couple of dollars on it. A couple of dollars on the taco. And I have a whole bunch of carne asada here, which will last me maybe a couple of days. So, yeah, everything turned out well. Again, glad you guys were watching, if you made it this far. So yeah, I hope everyone has a safe and happy weekend. Try to stay out of the heat if you're in California. I know it's hard. You know, days like this, I used to go to the mall and just take advantage of the free air conditioning over there. But you know, world we live in, the malls are closed. I don't know about where you're at, but here the malls are closed. So hopefully the world will turn back to normal pretty soon. But till then, thanks for watching. You guys take care. Bye.